type of way. And the
shoot.
reason why I'm saying the problem why
We
she
got
probably feels...
Popalot in here, y'all.
Huh? What happened?
We got Popalot in here. Okay, go
Oh,
Mob
Popalot.
ties.
Yes.
Mob him up,
Yo,
y'all.
what up, my
And
nigga Mob? What
Universal
up? What up,
and
I'm
gang?
about as real as they come.
All my beats tailored by Joe. House Digital.
Maserati, Rick in Detroit. Convertible bird in Miami. Graduated summa cum laude. Strip club made a tsunami. Carlton Hines with the ball game. Grateful Edmonds with the snowflakes. Craig Pettis in the M-Town. Sal Magluta with the boat game. Falcone with the cocaine. Like Freeway Ricky with the plug game. Like Monster Cody in South Central. Larry Davis from close range.
Guns, drugs, and deception. How police say a man went from working security at a Milwaukee home to killing 6 people inside of it.
After 6 people were found dead in a home on Milwaukee's north side earlier this week, police are trying to figure out exactly what led to their deaths, what led to the massacre. Family members of the homicide victims also are left with many questions tonight. Fox 6's Aaron Maben with new reaction from loved ones of those who were killed.
As police investigate the massacre that left 6 dead inside a home at 21st and Wright, family members of the people killed are left heartbroken.
I would never think this would happen to my family.
Ronald Smith's brother, Donald Smith, and Dante Williams, along with his sister-in-law, Michelle Williams, are among the 6 dead. The last time he heard from his family was days before the discovery.
Anything I call for, they answer their phone. If they don't answer, they call right back like, what's up? They didn't do that like days and days and days.
The medical examiner's office identified the other 3 victims as 23-year-old Caleb Jordan, 31-year-old Giovanni Liddell, and 42-year-old Charles Hardy.
When I called him, he didn't answer.
Hardy's sister, Lavinia, says he was quiet and kind. She hopes the gunman responsible for the killings is found.
I don't know, got the word for it.
While it's not known what was going on inside the home before the shooting, Smith says his brother, who lived there, helped those in need.
He took people in where they don't got nowhere to go.
Families left with memories and unanswered questions.
I don't know why somebody would do this to them. I don't.
The Milwaukee Police Department is still searching for a motive and unknown suspects. If you know anything about these homicides, give police a call. Reporting in Milwaukee, Aaron Maben, Fox.
And that's our big story this Sunday night. A Milwaukee man now facing 6 counts of felony murder.
The charges come more than 5 months after 6 bodies were found in a north side home. Our Cassidy Williams is live with what we have learned about a possible motive tonight. Cassidy?
Back on January 27th, Milwaukee police held a press conference to say they had 4 people in custody related to these 6 deaths. But it wasn't until today that someone finally had their day in court. 34-year-old Travis Birkley is now charged. Court records say he told a confidential informant it was a robbery gone wrong.
It was more than 5 months ago, Milwaukee police found 6 bodies inside a home near 21st and Wright. That week, family who spoke with Fox 6 all had a similar question.
I don't know why somebody would do this to them. I don't.
You understand the charges that are being set forth to you today?
This weekend, some answers. 34-year-old Travis Birkley is now charged with 6 counts of felony murder, armed robbery, party to a crime. Court records say Birkley sometimes stayed at the home where the bodies were found and that he'd worked security for the drug dealing that happened there. But on January 20th, something changed. The criminal complaint says Birkley told a confidential informant he tried to rob Dante Williams. Williams' wife, Michelle, tried to protect him and was shot. The others were then killed to make sure there weren't any witnesses.
It appears that he may be a potential flight risk as well as a risk to the community.
Birkley is now being held on $1 million cash bail. If found guilty, he faces up to 330 years in prison.
The criminal complaint says Birkley told the confidential informant he did this all with his cousin. Court records say that there were also casings found from 2 different guns, indicating there were 2 shooters. The Milwaukee Police Department says they continue to seek information about this case. I asked if that means they are looking for another suspect, but have not heard back. Live in Milwaukee, Cassidy Williams, Fox 6 News.
All right, Cassidy, thank you.
Yo, we back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb. We on our way to Wisconsin with it. Y'all meet us in the Milltown, baby. Milwaukee to be exact. And we on North 25th and West Wright Street right now. And that's where we met Travis Birkley. Now, some of y'all might have heard of Travis Birkley if y'all familiar with the Donkey of the Day segment of the Breakfast Club. But if y'all seen Snowfall and know who Peaches is, this gonna hit home. So the guy we covering today is gonna be a guy by the name of Travis Lamar Birkley, who was 34 years old at the time. But before we could get to him, we're gonna talk about an incident that occurred in North Milwaukee on January 23rd in 2002, where police would discover the deceased bodies of 42-year-old Charles Hardy, 23-year-old Caleb Jordan, 31-year-old Giovanni Liddell, 44-year-old Dante Michael Williams, 49-year-old Michelle Williams, and 43-year-old Donald Smith. Now, with the discovery of those bodies, that day would go down as one of, if not the most gruesome days in Milwaukee history. There wouldn't be many clues left at the scene, but authorities wouldn't take long to determine that they were dealing with a drug hotspot or a trap in a sense. But what they didn't have is any witnesses or any evidence at the scene of the crime, prompting family members of the victims to say that this had to have been done by somebody that had been close to the victims. And when you think about it, in a sense, for one person or even 2 people to murder 6 people, that's going to be an extreme act and something that's not happening every day. Now, it would be at least 5 months to the day where these murders would occur, to sometime in June, where the name Travis Birkley would start to come up. Now, we talked about Peaches and Snowfall earlier. Now, if any of you guys are familiar with Snowfall, and even if you're not, Peaches is going to be a guy that works for the main head guy, or that worked with the main head guy, almost as a driver / bodyguard or / enforcer. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. But in the most recent episodes, it was said that Peaches supposedly had set up the big guy, who is Franklin Saint, and supposedly had ran off. And that's what we're going to liken Travis Birkley to. Now, you can call him the bodyguard because supposedly he was hired to be a security guard or a bodyguard over the drug house. But like we said, in June, a confidential witness will come out and tell investigators that Birkley admitted to killing all 6 victims in a robbery gone bad, and he would go on to implicate one of his cousins. Now, according to that confidential witness, he would say that Birkley attempted to rob Dante Williams, and that's going to be when his wife, Michelle Williams, would go on to intervene, and she was supposedly shot, leading him to begin to execute the entire house because, like we said, they were familiar with him. He was the bodyguard. So things definitely escalate when a murder occurs, because had it just been a robbery, now Dante Williams could not report a drug robbery to the police. So Travis Birkley probably was very, very aware of this. But once it escalates to the point of a murder where police would have to be involved, that's going to be a situation where you're not going to want to leave any witnesses. And I'm sure that was his mind state at the time. But the problem that he had was, seems like he talked a little bit too much, and he definitely liked social media. or if even not social media, just the cell phones, because detectives would say that they would find a selfie that Birkley had allegedly took in the basement of the home on January 20th, which would be hours after the murders would supposedly take place, in which Birkley was wearing the sunglasses of Dante Williams. And a witness would also tell police that they saw Birkley with cash, guns, and drugs after the murder. And he would go on to say that they had belonged to the victim. So this was one of the biggest cases almost in Milwaukee history. You got to think about it. 6 homicides, no matter what city you go in the United States, for police to discover a place that has, or a house that has 6 homicide victims inside, that's going to be a big deal anywhere, and that's going to prompt the police force to attack the streets hard. But in this case, they didn't have to, because it seems like he was doing a lot of talking. But who knows? We all know how reliable confidential informants are. We're going to see how this case plays out. Y'all get in the comment box and y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. It's your boy Popalot, POP_A_LOT. And y'all hit the subscribe button right under this video so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. Y'all share this on Twitter, on Facebook. But make sure y'all tag me though. But y'all make sure y'all hit the comment box below. Let me know what cities we haven't been to, what gangsters we missed, what stories we got wrong, where we need to go next. And y'all get at me however y'all see fit. Call me, text me, tweet me, tag me, CC me, mention me, tweet me, email me. Whatever, man. It's your boy Popalot. I'm with all the shits. Mobb, mob, mob.